Hi friends, welcome back. In this video, I want to show you how to find the area between two curves by integrating with respect to y. So let's take a look at the problem. Find the area of the region between y is equal to plus minus the square root of 1 minus x, that's the green graph over here, and y is equal to plus minus the square root of x plus 1, that is the pink graph over here. So in order to find their area, we just take the integral from a to b of the green graph, and we minus the area of the pink graph. That's going to be this one, and that's going to give us the area in between. So step number one, we need to rewrite these functions in terms of y, so we can integrate with respect to y. So let me show you how to do that. If we do both sides to the power of 2, that is going to give us y squared is equal to 1 minus x. And we're trying to solve for x here. So we're going to get y squared minus 1 is equal to negative x. So x will simply be negative y squared plus 1. And for the pink graph, if we do both sides to the power of 2, that is going to be y squared is equal to x plus 1. And again, we're trying to solve for x. So y squared minus 1 is equal to x, and x is equal to y squared minus 1. Now, the next step is we need to find a and b. That will be a, and this right there will be b. So since x is equal to negative y squared plus 1, and x is also equal to y squared minus 1, we can set them both equal to each other in order to find the intersection. We have negative y squared plus 1 is equal to y squared minus 1. So we plus y squared to both sides of the equation. We're going to get 1 is equal to 2y squared minus 1. So 2 is equal to 2y squared. Y squared is equal to 1, and y is equal to plus and minus 1. And so we know that a is going to be the minus 1, and b is going to be the plus 1. Now, if you remember from my previous video, the area is equal to the integral from a to b. That's going to be 1, that's going to be negative 1, of the rightmost function, negative y squared plus 1, that is this function right there, minus the leftmost function. That's going to be the pink one. So y squared minus 1, and do not forget the dy. Negative y squared plus 1 minus y squared plus 1. This is going to be negative 2y squared plus 2 dy. So let's get rid of all the space up here. Now we can factor out the 2. So negative 2 y squared minus 1 dy. And we can bring the 2 out of the integral. So we get negative 2. This is 1. That's going to be negative 1. This is y squared minus 1 dy. And we can simplify this into negative 2. So y squared integrated is going to give you 1 over 3y to the power of 3. And 1 integrated is going to give you y. And that's going to be from 1 to negative 1. So this is going to be the same as negative 2 times 1 over 3 times 1 to the power of 3. That's going to be this one, minus 1. And we have to minus the lower bound, don't forget. So this is 1 over 3 times negative 1 to the power of 3 minus negative 1. That is going to be the same as negative 2 times 1 over 3 minus 1 minus negative 1 over 3 plus 1. We're going to get negative 2 times 1 over 3 minus 1 plus 1 over 3 minus 1. And so we are almost done. So negative 2 times 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, that's going to be 2 over 3. Negative 1 minus 1 is going to be negative 2, so like this. That will simply be negative 2 times 2 over 3 minus 6 over 3. So negative 2 times 2 minus 6 is going to be negative 4. So negative 4 over 3. And finally, negative 2 multiplied by negative 4 over 3 is a positive number. So that's going to be positive 8 over 3. And this is our answer. So this number right here represents the area between those two functions. Let's do one more problem. So find the area of the region between y is equal to plus minus the square root of 1 over 2x and y is equal to plus minus the square root of x minus 4. And so we want to find the area between these two curves, and we know that the blue function is the rightmost function and the red function is the leftmost function. So let's integrate with respect to y. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make both sides to the power of 2. That's going to be y squared is equal to 1 over 2x. And we want to solve for x. So 2y squared is equal to x. And x is equal to 2y squared. Now for the blue function, we're going to do the same thing. So y squared is equal to x minus 4. And x will simply be y squared plus 4. Step number 2 is to find the intersections so we can know where A and B are. So this is going to be A, that's going to be A right there, that is going to be B. So in order to find A and B, we need to set both of these equal to each other. So since x is equal to 2y squared and x is also equal to y squared plus 4, then 2y squared is equal to y squared plus 4. That's going to be y squared is equal to 4. Y is equal to plus and minus 2. So we know that A is going to be minus 2 and B is going to be positive 2. The area will be the integral from 2, negative 2 to 2, and the blue function minus the red function. So the blue function is this one. That's going to be y to the power of 2 plus 4 minus the 2y squared. And then don't forget the dy. So y squared minus 2y squared is going to be negative y squared plus 4 dy. Let's simplify it. So negative y squared integrated is going to give us, this is going to be 3, and we have to divide by that exponent. So we're going to get negative 1 over 3 times y to the power of 3. And 4 integrated with respect to y is going to be 4y. And don't forget the upper bound is 2. That is going to be negative 2. This is going to be negative 1 over 3 times 2 to the power of 3 plus 4 times 2 minus the lower bound one. So we have negative 1 over 3 times negative 2 to the power of 3 plus 4 times negative 2. So let's solve this together. Negative 1 over 3 times 2 to the power of 3 is going to be 8. So we have negative 8 over 3. 4 times 2 is going to be 8 minus negative 1 over 3 times negative 2 to the power of 3, the same as negative 1 over 3 times negative 8. And for this one, 4 times negative 2 is going to be negative 8. So again, negative 8 over 3 plus 8 minus 8 over 3 plus 8. And so negative 8 over 3 minus itself is going to be negative 16 over 3. And 8 plus 8 will simply be 16. Now 16 becomes 48 over 3. 48 minus 16 is going to be 32. So the final answer is 32 over 3. And this represents the area between those two curves. So there we go. We're done.